Blood, though they say, is thicker than water. Yes, blood, they say, is thicker than water. As Gbenro wants Naomi to stay in her house and be weary because the Ooni of Ife has a plan to collect Tade from her. Yes, my people, welcome to D&Z TV, the place where we're here only with one assignment in mind to give you all the information that you need to make your day a lovely and wonderful one. Yeah, it's no more news that Naomi has finally made up her mind to go back to the palace of Ooni of Ife, which is a good thing by all standards. But there needs to be some form of carefulness so that it is not going to be a one-sided plan by the Ooni of Ife to collect Naomi's son from her. And that is actually being postulated by Gbenro, who feels that the reason the Ooni of Ife wants Naomi to come back to the palace is not because he really loves her and wants to keep her, but because he sees it as an opportunity to collect their son from him. Now, for the past 2 years, the Ooni of Ife has actually been living without his son. And he is the only son who happens to be the heir apparent to the throne of the Ooni of Ife, which is actually the biggest monarch in Yoruba land. But right about now, things are actually taking a new dimension and change as Naomi has decided and agreed to go back to the palace. But Gbenro, who happens to be the brother of Naomi, is feeling that it is just a mere trick. Yeah, it is just a mere trick. Gbenro could be right, Gbenro could be wrong, we do not know. But something is certain, something is sure, that there's actually some fishy things happening here and there, because so much has actually been happening, so many stakes has actually been put into place that we actually don't know what's happening right now, if it is to the right or it is to the left. But whatever it is, we are going to leave everything to the hands of God, as it is actually getting more tighter and more difficult and more tougher. But all the same, everybody is actually wanting, craving and begging for peace to happen. For Gbenro to openly say this, which means there's some information that he has that maybe other people do not have that information, because he actually came out openly and plainly to say Naomi should be extremely careful of the happenings in the palace. You know, it's just that there's an adage that says that what you have in your hand, you do not need a mirror to look at it. That is one. Then two, what is also another adage also goes that what requires blood, if you give it water, it might not take. So these are a couple of other reasons and things that Gbenro is saying. You know, there's also this adage that says, what an elder sits and sees, a young man, even if he climbs an Iroko tree, he's not going to see it. That's one aspect of it. But there's another aspect now which also says, what an elder sees sitting down, a young man will fly a drone and he will still say the same thing. So there are actually a lot of ways to a coin. You know, there are actually a lot of sides to a coin. You know, when I'm at some persons say there are only 2 sides to a coin. So there are different levels and different dimensions to all of those things. But whatever it is, we should only be certain and sure and know that all the Ooni requires is his happiness. All the Ooni requires is to be happy. All the Ooni requires and needs is to be sure that things are done properly and things are done the way they ought to be done. We all are praying and wishing and craving for a better society for ourselves. And for a society to be okay, it starts from family. We are wishing and praying that God answer the prayers of the Ooni of Ife's family, so that their life can actually have some form of direction and things will begin to move in the logical way that it should be. Thank you so much, people, for being part of this conversation this morning, and I wish and ask that you have a beautiful day. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel, click the notification button, comment, like and share. Let us keep the conversations going on, and as we do this, everything will be nice and okay. Thank you and bye-bye.